Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon?
But of course. So what we have here is a 1957 Rolls Royce Silver Cloud. This was the first generation for this body style, extremely elegant and very popular back in the day. This particular vehicle we purchased for ourselves. It's a passion of mine to own a Rolls Royce, especially one of these older vintage ones. My passion started when I was 7 years old, just fell in love with the older vehicles. This one here, you'll see as we go through with the images, the videos, as well as our repair process. It's a great, solid vehicle, however, it just needs a little TLC and brought back to its former glory. So during this process, you're going to see a lot of things. We'll be restoring the exterior, some of the components underneath the hood. If you can see in the video here, the older paint job on this, it was probably a do-it-yourselfer back in the day. Paint's a little rough. Looking here on the fenders, you can see they've had some corrosion repaired. It looks like some panels cut out, welded in on these vehicles. The hood, all four doors, and the trunk lid are all aluminum. The fenders and quarter panels are all steel, so hence the corrosion. On this, once we get it stripped down, we'll find out what's underneath, and we'll look at either replacing or repairing the fenders, whichever is going to bring it back to the best condition with the parts that are available. If you get looking closely, there's some contamination in the paint up here, so we'll be stripping all this down as well. If you look closely, the seals are dry rotted. It looks like we have maybe a little bit of corrosion going on here behind the glass. So we'll be pulling all the glass off, replacing all the seals, neutralizing all the corrosion, epoxying it, and then building it back up for a full refinish. The trunk space here is actually in pretty good shape. Just initial inspection, we haven't noticed any major corrosion. But once we get everything removed, get it blown apart, we'll be able to identify any major issues as we go along in the process. And then we will be replacing some of the parts here. If you look closely on the bumper, this is the factory Rolls Royce bumper. However, when we purchased it, someone had replaced the license plate. This is obviously the European design, so to be legal, they had a Missouri tag bolted on here. So we're gonna have to replace the bumper since they drilled the holes in that chrome. And if you look closely around the quarter panels here, you can see how it's really pretty rough. Looks like it's been built up with body filler. It's cracking out. So again, we'll strip all this down to bare metal, see what's hiding back behind there, and building that back up. We'll also be putting on the factory style white wall tires. These have been replaced at some point with the modern day tires. However, they're not correct to the vehicle. And then on the inside, as you can see when I open the door here, the doors are dragging. So we'll be adjusting all of these things in the process. Interior is in relatively decent shape. However, we will need to strip and retreat the wood. There are some electronic concerns we want to take care of. And then some of the other details. Someone's added this antenna to the fender. However, on the Bentleys and the Rolls Royces, all the antennas are up here on the center of the roof. If you look closely, you can see some shadowing. That's somewhere up in here where the factory antenna was, and we'll be putting that back on there towards the end of the repairs. Under the hood here is their infamous straight six motor. Doesn't have quite the horsepower the later generation of V8s did. However, it is extremely quiet and very smooth on the highway, which gained a lot of popularity with. As you can see underneath here, it's had some do-it-yourselfer things that we'll be correcting. They had the heater removed and the hose blocked off. Someone's added a K&N air filter, which we'll be removing and putting back the factory Rolls Royce air cleaner on. So that's what we got going on to the hood here today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you can follow us on our journey with all these unique, amazing vehicles that we're working on. Thanks for watching.